What it do? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, starring yours truly, Lydell Dinero. We back, week off. We back from DreamCon. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're gonna review DreamCon, NBA stuff, WNBA stuff. We got World Cup to talk about, Love Island to talk about. It's been a little bit now since Love Island's finale came on, but I'm gonna talk about that shit too. Blank that out, aka we can't be cussing hella early. Blank that out too. And we also got some Cinema Corner where we're going to be talking about some of the new House of the Dragons and some of the new X-Men 97. So it's another episode. I'm back. I know. We got some stuff to talk about. I got some stuff to review with y'all. I got some new content out. Like shit's been going down. Just blank that out too. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and I want you guys to know all about it. Welcome back. It's the Best of Bias Podcast. Yeah, and my name again is Lydell Dinero, if y'all didn't know. Y'all like my new hat? Flame fruit? Yeah, we'll talk about that too on this episode of the Best of Bias Podcast. Where my theme song at, y'all? Let's get right to it.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
What it do, everybody? It's your boy Lydell Dinero, the host of the best podcast in the world, the Best of Bias Podcast. You already know what it is. Thank you guys for being here today. You know what I'm saying? I missed y'all so much. I missed y'all every week I'm not here, but I miss y'all every week really. But when I miss a pod, I miss y'all that much more. And I'm so happy that I'm here today to talk to y'all, God willing. I got some stuff to talk about, and I'm excited to talk about it, man. I'm back from DreamCon. Oh man, DreamCon, you was good to me. If you guys saw my post and followed me, I try to keep you up to date as much as possible. It was a lot of drinking, a lot of carrying on, a lot of fandom, a lot of love, a lot of beauty. You know what I mean? And I'm excited to talk to y'all about it. But before we go there, you know what I'm saying? Like I like to say, I'd be remiss if I didn't check in on y'all. Hopefully y'all been good in this week off, these last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? We had something 2 weeks ago. Hope y'all ran that pod up. We had a gaming video drop, some early Fortnite stuff. I got some more stuff to share with y'all, best believe gaming wise, but hopefully you guys went and watched all that. It was some good time. Me and AKA, you know what I'm saying? Go run AKA's Instagram up, Akil Young, wherever he's doing something. Just spam him. Support everything he's doing, because without him, there would not be a video that y'all watching. I can't say enough how much I appreciate everything that he does, man. And I feel like he doesn't hear from me enough. So y'all run his shit up, you know what I'm saying? And go ahead and let him know that you guys appreciate him, bringing this visual masterpiece to y'all every week. And hey, man, it's getting bigger and better every time, man. These edits and everything, I'm just surprised to watch in post how much you add to this, how much time you put into it while you working. You know what I'm saying? 16-hour days. This man be working his ass off. So shout him out. Hit his Cash App if you want to put your Cash App or something up, aka, so they can support you however they can. I knew I was gonna start sweating. But yeah, run that up. And I hope you guys are doing well, man. It's been a long weekend. Hot out there. Society has not gotten that much better. But I'm hoping while the sun is out, y'all find a way to relax, let your hair down, get that breath of fresh air, renew those lungs, you know what I'm saying? Breathe in some new life, because, man, if you keep that, keep on that bad trajectory, it can follow you all the way throughout the year leading into next year. We don't want that. We want to dust that off, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody know that, positivity can reign, you know what I'm saying? In this world of negativity, positivity still exists. And we can, definitely strive if all of us just take that mindset. But yeah, kick your feet up. We're gonna talk for a little bit. We got the topics coming. No guests today. It's just me. But I think you're probably used to that by now. Season 5 is in full effect. If you're new here, let me just give you guys the rundown. We talk a little bit about everything. It's not one of those podcasts where it's super niche. We ain't gonna just stick to one topic, one area topic. It's the Best of Bias, where whatever your bias is, you bring that shit to the table, and we probably gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? What you saw something out there in the comic book world, you saw something out there in sports, you saw something out there in pop culture. We dabble a little bit in the politicals when it really, all politics kind of affect us. But you know what I'm saying? When it's really pertinent and it needs to be out there, we talk about that too. So it's a little bit of something for everybody, and we want you guys all to come Pause. And check out what you guys want to check out, discuss what you want to discuss, hit in the comments down there, some questions maybe. Soon we'll go live so we guys can interact like live with the show in real time, can answer questions and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yeah, anything and everything is possible, and we're trying to incorporate anything and everything as well. So thank you guys for being here, and we'll kick it off with some shit, man. DreamCon. Let me just get into that now. Thank you, DreamCon. Thank you, RDC. If you guys aren't up to game on what DreamCon is, man, it's something else, dog. It's something else. I mean, you know how I am with conventions. You know, I'll be at the Comic-Cons, Collecticons, TwitchCons, any kind of convention that can kind of put us out there as far as a podcast or has something to do with pop culture. I want to be in that space. I want to be present to all the stuff that I can just to kind of just make the Best of Bias Media, Best of Bias podcast known in those spaces. So I do not hesitate to jump into it. And as I've been watching YouTube a lot more, using Twitch a lot more. I'm a streamer myself on Twitch, Lydell Dinero, on the road to 50, so we can become an official affiliate, man. I'm starting to take it a lot more serious, man. I'm trying to diversify from the pod, and do other things in media, man, because we're not just a podcast. We're much more. Now we're trying to expand, you know what I'm saying? So we're all over the place, but RDC World 1 is what they go by on Twitch, on YouTube. But I kind of stumbled upon these gentlemen a couple of years back, 3 or 4 or 5 years back. Again, I was really at first skeptical on the whole YouTube thing, man. I stayed away from YouTube. I'm an app guy. I Netflix and Paramount Plus, HBO Max. Like, who needs YouTube when you got all these apps? But it's not necessarily true, man. I stumbled upon YouTube. Not really stumbled upon it because it's always been there. But once you really lock in and find what you like, there's something for everybody on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of started to rely on YouTube more than these apps, more than cable, you know what I'm saying, to find stuff of my interest that may not be premiering on TV. Maybe I have to wait a week for my favorite thing on superheroes or a TV show. I can go on YouTube, find everybody's theories, everybody's feedback on the episode, like Easter eggs and all that stuff, non-stop content where I can pop in and rely on the people that support this content a lot more than I can rely on the people that put out, you know, big media projects like on TV or movies, you know what I mean? So I really found myself drawn to that. And then, stumbling across people that I know post often, RDC, Tony Stedovici, shout out Fantasy Footballers, shout out everybody that I follow, Drewski, all the people that I watch, make Prize Pick bets. Shout out Prize Picks. If you want to sponsor the pod, holla at your boy. Strategies for Prize Picks. And just little by little, I found myself being on YouTube a lot more, and finding that as more of a go-to thing to be entertained by my time. People have podcasts that they live shoot that I watch on YouTube rather than just listen on podcasts because you have more of a visual and I feel like you're more, and there's a chat on the side sometimes when they go live. So it's a lot more, personable. I feel like I see the people, I'm contributing to, everything they got going on, and me just hitting the like button personally contributes to their success. And I always enjoyed that. And of course, when I started making a podcast myself, and just kind of just knowing the way the direction of podcasting was going and wanting to get on YouTube myself, it just kind of made me interested in the crafts. Make a long story short, you know what I'm saying? I ended up on Twitch because that's where a lot of these streamers kind of base their content. And after the content, if you don't watch, they just go ahead and put it on, edit it, put it on YouTube to get those viewers that may not have Twitch or may not have seen it when they're live streaming, which I think is genius because it's double monetization, which is dope. But after watching them for a while, watching all their gaming videos, the influence they had on me getting a PC, just watching all this shit, and just to know that they had a convention. I don't know. I just felt like me personally as a black male who always, I was a sports guy. I was kind of like in the know, hip hop. I was kind of in the popular, modem, I'm saying, the popular area of schools and stuff like that. But when it came to my cartoons, in my anime and stuff like that, I'm gonna watch and have no what's the word? No worry about it, no no fear of recourse or what people would say. You know, people may talk bad, be like, "Oh, you older and you watch anime, you watch cartoons." Oh, and I'm like, whatever, bro. That's what I would do. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be like you. I'm trying to be like me. You feel me? So I had no problem with that. But DreamCon, just it be existing and bringing people like-mindedly like me. I don't even know this word. Like-minded like I was. That still like sports. We still like hip hop. We still like fashion. We still like style. Just because we have an interest in anime, cartoons, comic books doesn't make us not like, you know, everybody else or not cool. You know what I'm saying? And who was to say what's cool anyway? I mean, that's me looking at it now, but in hindsight, of course, everybody was scared of being a nerd or being bullied for being a nerd. But yeah, seeing that there's so many people out there just like me who like all the same things that I like and were kind of ostracized at certain points in their life for doing so. This convention, though it started 8 years ago, now I can really see it's a place that is like no other. Like I said, I've been to all the cons. I've been to LA Comic Con 3 times. I'm about to be going to SDCC twice, Collecticon, TwitchCon, like, and I'm going to many more. Probably gonna go to GalaxyCon. But it's not a place that's hyper populated by people of color. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times you say you go to Comic-Con, people of color, black people, I mean, more so Hispanic people now. I feel like black people, Hispanic people, Asian people are kind of the crux. I mean, the white people too, but are the crux of the collectors community, of the comic book community. And seeing all that come together at cons is one of the things why I like them the most. But DreamCon specifically, it being in Texas, it being in Houston, RDC being a group of 6, even more now. They got 1 million members now, but all black people of color. Dylan's Indian, but people of color not afraid to be themselves, all about family. I mean, they say what they want to say. I get it. The PR could be cleaned up, and I'm sure it will clean up a little bit. They say they ain't gonna never be media trained, but I don't believe that. Mark is all about the brand deals, and he's doing big things now. So I'm sure if they ask him to clean it up, he will. But just them being so originally themselves at all time, and them curating a fan base that can bring 45,000 people to a convention is crazy. It's crazy, and it's so beautiful when you're there, seeing all the black faces, seeing all the people of color who once looked down upon people. I don't want to say these people personally. I'm just saying us as a culture. We were so afraid to be ourselves and like this stuff around our people because they did make fun of us at points in time. They did look back down on us at points in time. And when you're at the other conventions as a person of color, sometimes it does feel like it's really exclusive. Sometimes they feel like, oh, you get looks to like, why are you here? Like, you're not a nerd. You know what I'm saying? You're not of our culture. It kind of seems exclusive at times, but every time I go to DreamCon, it just feels like everybody's supposed to be there. Everybody's there for a reason. There's not fights. You'll see the craziest people. It's nuts how big RDC has become and how big of a community they have. Just for the mere fact of the level of celebrities that have been there. Any celebrity known to man nowadays that has ever professed a liking for anime pops up. Nigga, Yao Ming was at this DreamCon. Yao Ming, Bryson Tiller, Sauce Walker, every fucking content creator or streamer that you can think of was at least there or at the basketball game. Like, the panels are crazy. The love that RDC gets every time they do anything at the festival, at the con, them walking around, the opportunities they give to exhibitors, that artists, like the tattoo artists were giving out little baby tattoos for $300, making bread. The hat that I got, nigga, this shit was $54. People are out there doing their thing, bro. And the community buys it up. That's the thing I like about DreamCon, bro. You spend a lot of money at these cons and shit like that, but it's all stuff of interest that 100% of the time people think is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Shit that you'll never find again. Shit that personally speaks to you, that you can take home and put in your personal. Look at this shit behind me, bro. Look at this shit behind me. Half this shit has come from cons, has come from personal searches on pop culture things, you know, and it's never gonna stop. I think the most SDCC is one of the biggest cons there is in the world, and I think the more and more people start to realize that pop culture is more than just fucking anime. It's super Marvel, DC, sports. It's wrestling. It's everything. It's everything. People are just worried about. Oh yeah, people are there. Musty don't wear deodorant, bruh. Bring your ass. It's probably the most fun you'll ever have. DreamCon, bruh. The after parties. The whole town of Houston is set up for the incoming of 45,000 people, and this year it was Fan Fest for the World Cup. The amount of people walking around, it was crazy. Shout out to Dejan and Deshaun, my DreamCon riders. We always out there, second year this year, and it was incredible, man. It's a nonstop, I wouldn't say party, it's just a nonstop activities, and that nonstop, you know, in the hour change, like, they don't go to bed. The clubs don't even close out there until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They don't start until like, 10, 11 o'clock. And the hours forward gets you fucked up because in California it's 2 hours behind. So I'm sitting here thinking it's 10 o'clock. It really be 12 o'clock. It gets to 2 o'clock. I'm like, my body feels like it's midnight. And no, the humidity and hotness, it was crazy. It was crazy, but man, you would hear a lot of negativity, a lot of positivity, kind of just mixed reviews on DreamCon. Personally, because I feel like people aren't used to cons. When it comes to people like me, I'm used to it, bro. Again, Comic-Con, it gets crazy. You stand in the lines for hours. If you're looking to do something at Comic-Con, you better have it planned because no matter what, you're committing hours at a time, big chunks of hours to standing in lines, waiting for signatures, waiting for panels. That's what it's about. You're not getting into everything right away, super easy. I don't care how big the rooms are. The escalators are going to have lines. There are going to be lines to get in the building. There's going to be, regulations that you're not used to. Shit goes down. And I think that was kind of more of the people's gripes about it. It's just like too overpacked. And people are complaining about it. It's not all people that are really interested in pop culture shit, not really interested in anime shit, not really interested in sports shit. They're just there for the clout of being there because they know a whole bunch of people are going to be there and they know it's RDC. You know what I mean? People are complaining about, oh, these people aren't really anime fans. You ask them questions, they don't know nothing about nothing. But hey, I don't really care about that, bruh. Because me personally, I'm gonna be walking around fresh as hell in a themed outfit. I ain't gonna be in no super cosplay. You know what I'm saying? And am I not worthy enough to be there just because I'm not cosplaying? You know what I mean? It's nuts. No, I'm gonna be there swagged out in my motherfucking One Piece with my One Piece hat. I just respect that, they have everything. They have jackets, hats, props. The cosplays go crazy like always. Seeing all the people of color doing their own cosplays, not afraid to be characters that aren't originally black, not worried about getting gripe or pushback for being those characters when they're not black. It was incredible. A space to completely be yourself. And after you were done being a nerd, all these bars around the convention had alcohol for happy hour, playing anime and cartoons and shit in the background while everybody was partying and having fun at all the themed parties they had around. You can party with celebrities. It was just amazing. And I encourage everybody to look into it and try to go next year. Next year is probably going to be around this time as well. Get a group together and check that shit out, man, because it's going to keep getting bigger and better. And I thank RDC for, not only the convention, but just all the content they put out there to influence people to be great, to do their own content. It just kept people alive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, people don't know how deep it gets sometimes. People can be having the worst day in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then RDC drops one of those Lethal Company videos that can brighten their whole goddamn day. Excuse me. I'm fighting a little cold still from that freaking weather change, man. It'll be hella cold in the rooms and all the event centers, but be hot and humid outside. So I'm still trying to get over that shit, but I'm here, and but not too much more on DreamCon, but just, if y'all want to go to a convention, if you're not sure, you haven't been to a Comic-Con or anything like that before, I think DreamCon may be the first one you want to go to get your feet wet and ready for all the different cons, because it was a blast. So thank you, Dijon for coming with. Thank you guys all for being hella supportive, liking, viewing the videos, man. That's all I got. That's all I asked for, is to view the stories and let me know that y'all's checking up on the kid. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to talk to me all the time, but you just viewing maybe liking, giving a little comment or something lets me know that y'all ain't throw your boy to the wayside. Y'all still paying a little bit of attention, and that's all I ask. You feel me? Moving on. Excuse me, that's gross. I want to talk a little bit about this fucking LeBron shit. I'm getting tired of it. I'm really getting tired of it. Like, it was cute when he was talking about coming to the Buccaneers, the Nuggets, but since he's not doing that anymore, obviously, I don't give a fuck about it. Bro, if you're not coming to the Nuggets, sign up to get knocked down. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Especially if you go to the Warriors. You're drawing that line. You're drawing that line. I get it. You want to team up with Draymond and Steph. You'll be happy in the Bay Area. It's not far from LA. We taking everything. I'm telling you right now. We are taking everything. I'm talking my shit right now because this is real. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the bullshit, bro. You trying to move everybody past us like y'all don't know what the fuck it is. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. OKC beat us in 7. Now they're the best team in the fucking world. They're not. They're not. They're not. We lost to Minnesota because we had 2 of our key defenders injured and we were a fucking cone on. That doesn't mean we're dead and gone. We're coming back and we're waxing that Minnesota ass. Pause. They got Rudy Gobert left. That's it. Naz Reid gone. Julius Randle gone. No big bodies. We're taking everything. Warriors? Yeah, you'll have Steph to shoot. We're locking LeBron up. 42, you're getting locked up. Porzingis is fucking lunch. He's going to get taken to the hole every play against Jokic. You try to switch that Draymond Green shit, you could try that. That was cute back in 2015 or whatever y'all was trying to do that shit, but nah. We ain't going with that. We gonna throw Marvin Bagley in there. We gonna throw Aaron Gordon in there. Shake some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Just foul this nigga out. Who else y'all got? Jimmy Butler? Nah. Moody? Nah. Pozinski? Okay. D'Anthony Melton? Guy Santos? Will Richards? The fuck? Bro. Go there. Go ahead. Sixers? Joel Embiid's a softie. Jaylen Brown and Max are going to fight over the ball. Edgecombe is going to do what he can, but he ain't going to be a scorer. All right. Knicks. You're not going to the Knicks. Knicks, do your thing. I support y'all. Y'all said, fuck it, we going to make the trades we want. We ain't going to go for the super duper stars, and we still going to win our shit. I respect y'all for that. I respect y'all. Go to Minnesota. It's gonna be the Lakers all over again. You have Luka, and you'll have you a little Austin Reeves. But once Rudy Gobert gets ate up by Jokic, you're gonna be mad at him and want to be off the team. Nah, y'all just love to hate on us, bro. The Cronkies love to hate on us too, even though they're our owners. Like, they never want to do anything for us to make us better. I mean, last year, I guess essentially they traded MPJ and we got Cam Johnson and we ended up getting Bruce Brown back and signing Big Val. But ultimately, none of that was any better than what we had with MPJ in KCP. Nothing, what? So they haven't really done anything. All they really did was keep a bunch of sorry ass players around. Zeke Naji, paying him 3 years, $33 million for what? Now you're wearing cap hell and can't even keep Peyton Watson. We got Cam Johnson. I want to keep Cam Johnson. That's cool. But you give Christian Brown this super contract super early. Last year he had a bad ankle, which I don't think should plague you the whole fucking year. And your shooting shouldn't be so bad. Your defense should go down to 0. He was that the year before, but now. But, you know what I'm saying? Jamal Murray, best year of his career. Dog. Jokic has always been a dog. Aaron Gordon, if he could stay healthy and Cam Johnson could stay healthy, both of them missed multiple months of basketball. Jokic missed a month last year of basketball. So if they can stay healthy, Tyus Jones at backup point. I believe in Bagley. He was getting some good minutes out there in was it Dallas when they were tanking? And who else we got? Alpha Diallo, a EuroLeague player who was probably not going to offer much on offense, but he was Defensive Player of the Year in Europe, and he had averaged like 2 or 3 steals a game. leading stealer in the EuroLeague. And I mean, you say EuroLeague, whatever, but I feel like in the EuroLeague they're more handsy, more physical than they are in the actual NBA, and it's tougher to play defense. They get away with a lot more. So I think coming here, he'll have his way. He'll have his way. You know what I mean? Trevon Brazile, our rookie picked up in the second round, dropping 32 last preseason game. 6 for 12 from 3, being a 6'10" power forward who can dunk and shoot. That'll work. That'll help on defense, right? Bagley, help on defense, right? Yeah. And if we sign and trade Peyton Watson to Milwaukee, it sounds like, give us your best ball handler or guard, and he has to be a defender. You know what I mean? We good. We may not have got LeBron, but we always one of the teams to fear in the West, bruh. And you ain't scared of no goddamn Spurs. We ain't scared of no Wemby. We ain't scared of no Wemby. Nobody should be scared of Wemby. Like, you lost to the motherfucking Knicks after, oh my God. Karl Anthony Towns did you in, dog. If Karl Anthony Towns is doing you in, you're scaring nobody. Nobody, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Ooh, don't get me on this shit. But anyways, LeBron, I get it. Do what you want to do. Make this announcement already. If you're going to go to the Warriors, hurry up and get this ass whooping because it's coming. Every time, it ain't nothing gonna change. You went from the Lakers getting your ass whooped by the Nuggets to going to the Warriors get your ass whooped by the Nuggets. Ain't shit gonna change. I mean, that's me. That's on God. You feel me? Sorry, all the LeBron fans out there. I'm just getting my anger out because I love LeBron, but shit. Y'all playing with our name, bro. You put us on a board to make fun of us and then take us off the list when you got these sorry ass niggas still on the list, bro. Who are, bro? I swear, I don't know why I get my hopes up all the time. I don't know why. I was thinking maybe because the Cronkies can pull rabbits out of their hats for the Rams and go get motherfucking Myles Garrett and get Aaron Donald to unretire, get Devontae Adams just stacking your team with older stars to make you good. I thought you could do the same shit with the Nuggets. You only won your second championship. Well, he probably just won his first, because I don't know if he owned the St. Louis Rams. So he won his first championship as a Ram. We won our first championship as the Denver Nuggets. What makes their next championship more important than ours? The fuck? Anyways, moving on. Caitlin Clark, we're going to talk about this too. We're going to make it quick because people don't like when we talk about Caitlin Clark and speak up on shit that apparently is blasphemous. I'm a basketball fan, man. I call it how it is. It ain't personal like that. I ain't looking down on her for no reason at all besides what I see on the court, bro. I get it. You say people have, personalities on the court. They're competitors. They do things on the court that may not directly, reflect their actual personalities. But what Caitlin Clark does on the court, man, it just makes me just purely not like her as a person. I don't know, man. That's how I am wired with my basketball player. You know how much I hate on players in the NBA, so this is no different than that. But it's just, she is good at she's talented at basketball. She can pass. She has a stroke. You know what I'm saying? She would flop a lot less if she actually had a handle. Get past somebody. Stop trying to run through them and flop it. Dribble around somebody. Olivia Miles can do it. Paige Becker can do it. Sabrina can do it. Kelsey Plum can do it. Chelsea Gray can do it. Mayberry can do it. Marina can do it. Skylar Diggins can do it. Rikia can do it. Why can't you do it? You're supposed to be the golden child, right? Get a handle. Get past people. Stop complaining so much. They may be out of pocket sometimes, but if you're doing the right thing on the court, getting to where you need to be, stop being such a irritant. Maybe people wouldn't be coming at you like that. You can't tell me that people are purely going after Caitlin Clark and people are playing more rough with her because they're jealous. Like, bro, what are they jealous of? What are they jealous of? What are they jealous of, bro? That she's getting the spotlight, she's getting all the attention. I mean, I get it. I understand when there's players from the past in the WNBA or people that are currently in the WNBA who are way better than her, for some reason didn't attract the eyes of all these viewers that are incoming out of nowhere. I guess every fan in the world that pumped up the NBA's or the WNBA's credibility is from Iowa, because there's girls from all over the country that are, if not better than Caitlin Clark, who you guys should have been behind so much sooner. What makes Caitlin Clark that special to where it's like, we're putting all our eggs in this basket. She's our savior. She's the one we want to put all the money behind. I don't understand that sentiment. Again, don't let me take nothing away from her. I've seen her play in college. She is really, really good. That's the media that put that Steph Curry label on her. I didn't see that in Iowa. If you're going to be something like that, you have to win something at Iowa, bruh. I get it, LSU was a great team and that became your rivals, and your Angel Reese became the enemy of the great hope that was Caitlin Clark, which kind of set them on this opposite trajectory when they got to the WNBA. But the more and more I look at it, the more and more it's like, how are we standing behind this crazy behavior? When she was at Iowa, she was acting up, yelling at refs, yelling at teammates, acting like she didn't like nobody on the court. We gave it a pass because she made a lot of shots and made a lot of assists at Iowa. But when she gets drafted, and before she comes back, well, you gotta play your junior year. So I guess in her junior year, when she was, did she stay her senior year? I'm not sure. But anyways, when she played against Ohio State and was taken out of the tournament and ran into that fan and flopped on the ground and acted like she was hurt to take the shine away from Ohio State winning, that was kind of like the beginning of the end for her. And not really the end for her, but like personality on the court wise, for me personally, it was just bad, bro. And then she comes to the WNBA, goes to the Indiana Fever. I'm not really sure because I'm fairly new to the WNBA with my fandom, so I don't know how good the Indiana Fever were back in the day, and if they're just this highly heralded team. But once Caitlin got there, they started getting an influx of players who, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, all these players, Lexi Hall, Sophie Cunningham, to add around her to make this team a apparent so-called super team. But Caitlin, one, is never healthy. When she is healthy, she's either yelling at the refs or not supporting her teammates when they try to support her, keep her head in the game. She's pushing away, not listening. Anytime she doesn't get her way on the court, she either flops or runs to the refs and degrades the referees. Like, I don't know who her parents are or what connections they have to all the higher ups in the league or wherever she's from. But this is crazy. Again, I don't dislike the girl. I just want to understand where this conglomerate of people came from that have this narrative of, without her, the WNBA doesn't exist. None of the people on the team deserve any notoriety. None of the people on the teams or in the WNBA are good enough to carry the league or be the face of the league. How is this possible? How is that even a statement that's ever able to be uttered based on what we've seen from Caitlin Clark in college? Because that's all we've seen is college. WNBA, yeah, we've seen her first couple of, we put a lot on her rookie season, which was, eventually broken right away by Paige, I feel like. And I think Olivia Miles is doing 2 times that the next year after that. So, and these girls have been in college too. Paige did she win 2 titles? And why isn't she face of the league? I'm so confused. She's likable. She played at UConn. Is it because she's a lesbian? I don't get it. I don't get it. Is it, I don't know if it's political. I don't know what it is, but I don't understand how anybody can get behind that attitude. She has a funny State Farm commercial. Yeah, but right after that, she's going to yell at a teammate. She's going to yell at a referee for a phantom call. Last night against the Valkyries, I could not believe what I was seeing, bro. It's like every game. It's every game. I'm like just waiting for the ticking time bomb to happen. And this one was egregious, bro. She goes up for a layup. She moves. She tries to initiate the contact with her knee. She does. She pushes off with her offhand. She goes up for the layup, misses, but flies off into the sideline like she got pushed. Gets up right away, runs down the court. She's limping up the court. Veronica Burton has the ball. She gets fouled by one of the Fever players. Then all of a sudden, now it's time for Caitlin to put on a show and let the referee know how upset she was about that non-call once Kia Stokes blocked her super clean. It's like, bruh, And even announcers are like, oh yeah, the referees are giving her a long leash. You know what I'm saying? Let her get her frustrations out. What? And I've seen Janelle Salon get teched up for clapping the opposite way of the referee. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. What is happening? What is happening here? People are saying, oh, they'll be flying commercial if it wasn't for her. They wouldn't be getting paid as much. I think they eventually would. I don't, just because you put Indiana Fever TV or Indiana Fever on TV every game doesn't necessarily mean that if you didn't put other teams on TV with superstars every game like you do Caitlin Clark, that it wouldn't be watched. You could say, oh yeah, it's already been proven. I don't know, man. Just like bots are for social media, man, I feel like they can juice those numbers to make a narrative possible because I see people in the comments on Instagram and Twitter kind of like talking that talk, kind of defending Caitlin Clark's actions and behaviors, but I don't know. I feel like those have to be bots. They have to be bots, bro. It can't be that blatantly obvious that it's not the league against her. She needs an attitude adjustment as well. It's just nuts. And I'm not going to go on and on about this, but you guys see my post. Check it out on Instagram now. I posted a little something with the video with my feelings on that shit yesterday, but let's move on. Conor McGregor, this is going to be quick too, just like his fight. Came back after 3 years to fight my boy Max Holloway. It's supposed to be this big fight, comeback fight in Vegas, with only two Conor McGregor being disqualified, or just, I guess it's TKO, technically, in the first 30 seconds of the fight, after trying to flying kick and basically tearing his ACL or whatever. He fucked his whole knee up. He didn't know at first, but he tried to throw another high kick and basically kept collapsing to the ground. And eventually the referee called it because he knew that Conor McGregor couldn't walk. There was a really big controversy because the people are thinking that he knew his knee was hurt. He hurt his knee in training and just tried to come out there and just give it a go because all the money was on the line and people were out there and came to the show and paid to come. But I don't know, bro. That shit looks so... They were zooming in on his warm-up, letting people know, like, even when he was getting checked by the referee, his balance and stability wasn't there. Maybe he was hurt the whole time, but, hey, you never know, bro. Conor McGregor... I don't know. Ever since that Mayweather fight, when he scammed everybody into thinking they was really going to fight, everything after that has just kind of been all show for Conor McGregor, and he's not had the best of times off the court either. A bunch of scandals and shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a quick money grab, but I don't really want to associate Max Holloway with that because that boy is a soldier. Win or loss, he's gonna get out there for the UFC and put his body and brain and life on the line to go out there. And every time, win or lose, get to the mat the last couple seconds, we're gonna slug this shit out, box straight up. Like, Max Holloway ain't no punk. So, I don't know. Conor McGregor's reputation has been tarnished. He might as well just go into acting and do another one of those. What's that fucking movie with Jake Gyllenhaal when they was fighting and shit? Do another one of those, bro, because it might be over for you. Go fight Jake Paul or some shit next, because that'll probably be all that's left for you. But I'm sorry for everybody that went out there to Vegas and saw that bullshit. And Supreme Patty choked out the dude before that in the co-main event in like 50 seconds as well. So, yeah, I feel sorry for those guys. World Cup wise, it's been a long run. I'm not the biggest football guy. But when it's World Cup, everybody jumps in and gets their patriotic, spirits out there. I've been watching, man. Hey, I don't know, man. I play a lot of FIFA, so I do know the rules of soccer, but I don't really play soccer. Didn't play that much growing up, so I don't really know the rules or the history of a lot of these European clubs or the players or you know what I mean? I know players from when I played FIFA back in the day. I know Messi, of course. I know Yamal. I know a lot of the best players on these teams because they've been there for a little while now. But I don't know, man. What I've been seeing some fucking horse shit, man. I ain't the biggest pro on football in the world, soccer in the world, but it's been some shady shit going on. Me personally, from Argentina's road to where they are right now, just some of the comebacks they had, some of the calls that other teams were getting against them, some of the fouls that were given when Argentina was down to help them get back in the game, some of the shit Argentina was doing against England in the semifinal. It was crazy. These niggas was punching them in the back of the head, pretty much fighting them, fouling them the whole fucking first 11 minutes of the game. So many conversations had to be had with the players from the referees, but no cards were given to these Argentina players. So I don't know. I just feel like every time Argentina played somebody, whether it be Egypt or Cape Verde, Egypt, something happens to let Argentina back in the game and to make Messi look like a hero. I ain't gonna speak controversy. Even though I feel like Messi is Yamin Lamal's, or what's his name? Yamal's protege, is Messi's protege. And the dream final for everybody was Spain versus Argentina, to have the protege versus the new upcoming 19-year-old that's going to take his place when it's all said and done. It's interesting. It was an interesting play. But Argentina, man, it's always been kind of fishy to me over there, man. They seem a little snobby. I know their history with fleshing out the Africans or anybody of Afro descent, black descent out there, just kind of killing off the heritage and some racist shit that I've heard about that allegedly. So I kind of have a little disdain to them. And then if they're known to, not really known, but people are saying that FIFA is kind of rigging it for Messi, that kind of rubs me the wrong way too. So I've been just kind of hoping that whoever's playing against Argentina, even though it's not been the toughest competition up until the semifinal, that they would come up and just beat Argentina. I mean, in every game, the opposite opposing teams have been taking leads and actually controlling the whole game until fucking right before the 90th in extra time. Somehow they muster up the strength to score 2 goals to always come back and win, which is fucking stupid. And in the semi for Spain versus France, France got their asses whooped 3-1. I wanted Mbappe and France come out there and possibly beat Spain, possibly beat Argentina, who was trying to go back to back as World Cup champions and beat them. But Mbappe got embarrassed. The USA got embarrassed. Belgium got embarrassed. England got embarrassed. It's just down the line. You pick them. They got knocked down. But Spain, man, I guess Spain is our last hope to see who can beat Argentina, man. If they can do anything to, Argentina like they did to France, they'll have a big lead before, Argentina's able to come back, because, if they play like that against lesser competition, Spain is kind of the best of the best. And not really breeds them, but, has the football camps for the best of the best of the best at a super young age. So if that can't beat Argentina after everybody else was doing their best and almost beating Argentina, I don't know what can, and maybe it is rigged. But hey, man, I'm just happy and excited for it being in the U.S. and all the spirit and everything that was, given and shown to the U.S. and all the teams coming out there. Just to have it in the States and let everybody know that when we throw events, it's gonna be a big ass event no matter where it's at in the U.S. We're gonna show out. We're gonna show how it's done. And no matter where you're from, we're gonna include you in our party. And that's how it's been. And I saw it firsthand out there in Houston. So it was lit. But I think the final is Sunday. I don't know when you're listening to this pod, but yeah, either already happened or about to happen on Sunday for that final. But yeah, moving on to some cinema corner. Gotta get this out, and got a couple more minutes in here. Love Island, man. It's gonna be fast too, man. We tried, bro. Team KC, we tried. You know what I'm saying? They've been shitting on my dude all season. They cheated on that stupid ass karaoke challenge. They Corbin and Parmita out. Man, I don't know, bro. I also, what I'm saying, let me preface this by saying, let me fall back, because I guess it's not really a show that is catered towards me and my group of people and even though there's a lot of women that were on KC's side as well, but a lot of black, I don't want to say straight males, because I know there's probably some, LGBTQI plus people that were on KC's side too. Sorry if I missed some there, but I know they're on KC's side too, so I can't just put it at that. But I've been personally told that straight males are ruining the show by having their opinion on how KC and Corbin have been treated, and how KC, what he did in the what he thought was comfort of his homeboy and a casa, that came back to bite him in the ass when it came back and was shown to Anaya. It was a misunderstanding. He didn't really want to dog her out like that or want her to hear the shit he was saying. He would never say it to her face. But a lot of the girls didn't really understand that. They just fucking jumped on him. And let me just, of course, I haven't seen every season of Love Island, so this is maybe how it works, and I'm not really privy to it. You gotta find the villain every season, and once they jump on that guy, it's over, and we hate him forever or whatever type shit. But nah, bruh. Like, I just put myself in those shoes, and if everything I was saying get taken out of context, and And the double standard that was practiced on one side wasn't listened to, and you got cussed out and downplayed, not only in the casa, but outside the casa on social media. I can only imagine what's going on his DMs and his socials right now, him and TT. And my bad too. I always say KC and don't really mention how TT may have felt, because she just came into it as somebody playing the game like she was supposed to play in casa, do what she was supposed to do to get back in the house. And when she got back in the house, she held it down. That's what she was supposed to do. So without her being with KC, she would have went home and didn't have a chance at the money or a chance at, getting the scene at all. So I know she was just playing her role and playing her part, but KC also, nobody picked his ass at the beginning. So Anaya coming and joining him after Sincere picked Melanie, and them going through what they went through the whole season, him reassuring her the whole season that he wanted her. Her insecurities came up when Soul came in the house, and it was mentioned that his ex looked like Soul. Him still reassuring her up until the point that they went to Casa and they told each other they were going to explore. And then when he came back with the girl, he was jumped on right away just because Anaya didn't pick Carl, while she felt like she should have picked Carl. Anyway, he was messing with Carl, kissing Carl, doing the same thing that KC was doing over in Casa. It just wasn't seen by the guys in the house. And she didn't choose Carl to come back, which essentially was trying to hide all the shit that she did there. Right? It was kind of being sneaky, because she's like, oh, I had these conversations. I was making out with this dude. I was telling him everything. I telling him he was the perfect guy. I'm telling my girls that he's way better than KC. He's a grown-ass man. You won't have to build him up. You deserve... KC's such a grandpa. Wait, he did say that, right? When he went to go have that one-on-one with Soul, and he was sitting there talking to her, did Anaya not call him a grandpa to Trinity and Kata, saying he's such a grandpa? I get it. When you saw him say it in Casa Grandma, it was a little embarrassing. So it hurt a little bit more. So I guess you could villainize him more for saying that. But I don't know. I'm not saying that everything that Casey did was right. I'm not saying that he did everything in the right way. But the way that everybody went at him has been so hard. I get it. You like these girls. You like everything they stand for, but they was acting crazy. I don't think anybody deserves to be talked to or treated that way. If you did something bad, I feel like there's a level of respect and decorum you give people to where you don't fucking demean them. It's not an eye for an eye. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be that way. When he was shown saying the shit that he said, he was embarrassed too. I don't understand why you felt like he wasn't sympathetic or apologetic just because it was shown. Like, if you were talking shit about somebody and they never found out about it, and you were talking to somebody else, would you go up to a person and be like, I was talking about you yesterday. I just want you to know that. And I feel so bad about talking for you when I was talking about him, or talking about you when I was talking to the other guy about you. I shouldn't have done that. I felt so bad. Or we're going to have a surprise movie night and show everybody everything you said about the girl and make you look stupid. Make that make sense. Let me say that one more time. If I was talking shit about somebody to somebody else, I get it. It's on camera. Everything is seen in it. I get it. But there's a lot of shit said on the show, I'm sure, that they cut out. Or that they didn't put in exclusive movie nights, I know that for a fact, to villainize a certain person. It was a hit campaign. The movie night was 20 minutes of him saying bad shit about Anaya to Corbin. He wasn't going around the whole house, Anaya sucks, Anaya's a grandma, we have nothing in common. He was saying that to his best friend in the house, in confidence. So if he would have came back without TT, you think Casey should have just went up to Anaya and was like, oh yeah, I was talking to Corbin about you. And I said some stuff. I called you a grandma. I said we didn't really have much in common. I'm sorry. That's what y'all wanted? I still get it. You expected... You jumped on this man for saying some shit in confidence to his homie. And then we're already mad at him when he brought TT back to the house from Casa before movie night was shown of him saying any of that shit. So if you didn't like the nigga, you just wanted to use movie night to validate that, which makes no sense. Obviously, if you're mad about him, okay, he told her that he wanted to be with her and he would never date another girl and he brought TT back. That's a reason to be upset about that, man. Call him whatever you want. Call him a liar. Call him a manipulator. Call him all that shit. But if right before you guys went to Casa said, or did anything, I'm going to explore, we're going to be open and explore some things. And then we go to Casa, though it's a surprise, and I explore some things, you explore some things, but just because you didn't choose the person to come back, your exploring is less hurtful than my exploring. Before you heard me say anything about you, you're a dog. You suck. You're a manipulator. You're an asshole. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm tripping. Of course, I'm a manipulator. I'm a dog for feeling bad for Casey or anything because, I don't know, just because America likes Carl and Bryce and Zach better. Or they're big fans of Trinity, big fans of Anaya. So any disrespect is not tolerated. So any microcosm of disrespect or any hint of disrespect, we hate this person forever. I get it. But don't make it seem like I'm supposed to hate Casey or not support Casey and them reverse it and make this man look crazy. The only black couple. Oh, why are you supporting black? Why are you saying you care about black love? These are black women on the other side. Yes, and I support them as well. But I support people up until they show me that they're fucking assholes. If you're an asshole in the slightest bit, bro, I don't like you. I don't like you. If you're a dick, you're going to be standing over somebody, cussing somebody out, not letting them talk, calling them bitch, calling them shit, and you can't say shit back? Just because you said some shit, stand on your shit, bro. I don't get, no more of that shit. I just can't do that shit no more. That did more harm than good, bro. And this could be a conversation of, oh, maybe Casey should have not have said that, and it's a learning experience, but that all goes out the window. When you're calling somebody a bitch, not letting them talk, shut the fuck up, calling them a nigga on national white television. Who the fuck? And he can't flash. He can't flash. He can't say shit. Because if he does, he's kicked out of the show. He's villainized. He's getting everything taken away from him. Every single thing. So all you can sit there and do is this. Even when he shows remorse, upset, crazy looking at the TV. No, he's still a bitch. He's a bum. I don't care what anything he says in the world. That's why your bum ass got 4th place, Kata. Nobody likes your bitch ass. Fuck that, man. Kata and Trinity, bro. That shit was dirty, dog. That shit was dirty. I don't care how pretty you are. That shit was ugly as fuck. 2 million followers. I get it. Brand deals, knock them down. I get it. But if that's what you like, bro, that shit's not for me. That shit is not for me. In case you look like a stand-up dude outside of that, man. These reality shows ain't for everybody, I guess, and I'm hoping him and TT find real love outside the house because that shit was kind of shady, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's my wrap-up. Sincere Melanie, that's who I voted for after they kicked my nigga out the Final Four. I thought we had a little something, getting him safe past Kinsey and Gall and all them weird motherfuckers, but I don't know. The power of hate is stronger than the power of love, I guess. And this shit's called Love Island. What the fuck? How ironic is that? Finally, let's get to some Cinema Corner. Odyssey really quickly. I'm seeing that this weekend, so I have a review for that, for you guys coming next week. I'm gonna check it out. A lot of controversy right now just because of the character choices. Lupita as Helena Troy, Elliot Page as Achilles, supposedly. I don't know. People are gonna hate on stupid shit no matter what. Race swaps in these movies have been apparent forever. I mean, Odyssey, Nolan said, hey man, this is not the book, bruh. Whatever your depiction is, we're gonna make it Hollywood and we're gonna do our version of it. Whatever it takes. Excuse me. Whatever it takes to get this shit popping, have this shit selling, bruh. And I'm starting to realize what people are doing with selling these tickets early. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, you already know what the movie's gonna make before the movie even comes out because you made so much money on the pre-sale tickets. Why are people buying these tickets months in advance? That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Like, unless you live in like big ass LA or New York or someplace with a big ass population, nigga, you can buy the movie the day before, bro. I'm out here where I'm at in the Bay Area, nigga. There's so many seats available. Friday, Saturday, Sunday matinee. Like, bro, hype beast culture is kind of crazy. I be falling into it sometimes too, but this movie ticket thing is such a trick. It's such a trick for these producers just to see how much money they can make before the movie even comes out. That way they can see if they're operating at a loss or not. They can already know how much they sold. They ain't got to worry about the first week box office because they already know. They said Spider-Man's on track to make $250 million already from pre-sale tickets. That's just a cheat code. I don't know why they started doing that bullshit, but that's neither here nor there. Odyssey coming out this weekend. It's probably already out when this is out, so hopefully you guys seen it. I will review that next week. House of the Dragons. This episode kind of slowed down from episode, I think it's episode 4 right now. Episode 3, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of shit happening. Rhaenyra taking over King's Landing, becoming, you know, by force and shit, her being on her period, shit like that. This episode, it kind of calmed down more, because at the end of episode 3, we figured out that Darian that Rhaenyra had wasn't really Darian. It was just some girl. I know that's a girl. With her hair bleached white, which is kind of weird, because if you could just bleach your hair white back then, why doesn't everybody do that and just be respected as a Targaryen? Wouldn't you just do that and just not have to worry about anything? But yeah, Ormond Hightower did the old fakeroo, kept Darian for himself to train to get ready to be a king. Me personally, I don't know, bruh. I don't know if that's really a Targaryen, you feel me? You know, Alicent would be doing some weird shit, bruh. So I wouldn't be surprised if she had sex with her cousin, and that's really, you know, Alicent and Ormond's son, and that's why he has such a liking to him. But he can control the dragon, so that makes him, he has to have Targaryen blood to be able to control his little dragon. But who knows, man? Who knows? This episode, kind of the main points about it was basically Darian kind of getting his first kill in. Ormond is kind of trying to control him. You know, he doesn't have his best intentions in mind because he hates Targaryens. He thinks dragons are the devil. He's super religious. And I think it's from the Eye or whatever that shit's called, that crazy ass religious group out there. So he looks at the dragons as demons and the Targaryens as like pretty much witches and shit. So he kind of loves Darian, but at the same time despises him for having dragons, and he wants him just to be a super soldier and not use his dragons. But you can tell Darian really wants to use his dragon. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? He's that next heir to the throne if presumably Aegon is dead, and they don't know where Aemond is, so he's next in line for the throne. So basically, I don't know, Ormond is kind of just getting him ready for that so he can control him and be his hand when he becomes king. But I don't know. I don't think he's going to make it. His dragon's little. I think, you know, once they really get into fighting, Daemon's probably going to kill this little nigga, because I know Rhaenyra can't. It's her half brother, supposedly, so it's going to be hard for her to kill her brother. Daemon's probably going to have to do that, kill his nephew. These motherfuckers are all related, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, pretty much that's all that's really happened in this episode. Rhaenyra is still trying to get control of her kingdom. She finds out that the poor people are poor because all the rich people are hoarding shit. She went to all the rich people's spot, took all that shit and redistributed it. But of course, that's going to make a lot of enemies out of the higher ups, which is never really a good thing. Also, Lord Corlys is out somewhere, ran away because, you know, Rhaenyra wouldn't knight her sons as Valerians. I don't know if it's race, or last episode I said, I don't know, and then you get a little racist. I don't know if I can support you like that if you're going to be racist and shit. Yeah, we're going to see what happens with that. I don't know if Corlys wrote it on the wall, but, you know, they wrote Queen of the Bastards on the wall, kind of signifying when he went off on her and all her kids were bastards and shit. So, you know, there's beef. There's beef, and Ulf, the weird ass motherfucking Targaryen dude, just drunk as fuck, going to the tavern, owing people hella shit, trying to ask for favors from Rhaenyra. This motherfucker's gonna get killed by somebody because he don't know how to hold his mouth. He don't know how to just shut the fuck up. But yeah, something's gonna happen to him. And when Rhaenyra was like, bro, you're not going to taverns no more. You're not gonna be just putting our name into all these fucking bad debts and having people try to collect money from you and ask for favors from the queen. You're not going there no more. And he got hella mad and it was like, by the way, they calling you Queen of the Bastards outside. You know what I'm saying? It says it on the wall. It's what they think of you in spite. I'm telling you, that fool gonna get knocked off. I don't know if it was Lord Corlys that did that. I don't know if he would be doing that much out of spite. Maybe it's somebody that's trying to set him up, but yeah, he's going dumb. And then lastly, Rhaenyra. I knew it was Daemon's daughter. I knew it. I was like, bruh, why don't you just go to your dad and tell him what's up? You know what I'm saying? Rhaenyra's not gonna fucking just murk you. Just let her know what happened. Dragon Sealer rode him for the first time. This motherfucker started tripping and chasing fucking Jace's dragon. And then he got fucking smoked. You know what happened. But now she's being a hermit, hiding in the fucking cave. Her dad is like, bruh, come fuck with me. I could save you. And she's like, nah, I'm a fucking survivor. Looking like Felicia came out the cave and dipped out on Sheep Stealer, which is still a fucking crazy name. Like, you can name your dragon anything. Just because it eats sheep, you ain't gonna call it Sheep Stealer. Call that nigga Blackius. All the dragons got black names anyway. And all the Targaryens really got black names. Fucking Darian, Aegon. Like, for somebody who don't like black people, y'all really naming all your kids black names. But yeah, it's getting interesting, man. And Daemon bringing that head. Oh my God. To try to say that was the fucking person that, you know, was riding Sheep Stealer or the Master of Coin. I don't know which one they said it was. I think it was the person that was riding Sheep Stealer, which was a blatant lie. That girl that's Rhaenyra's assistant that had sex with her is gonna snitch on you right away because she wants your spot and you know you want her spot. So it's gonna be bad for you, Daemon. In the next episode, we already know Tress is gonna get fractured. Rhaenyra's already tripping. Shit's gonna get fucked up. And Ormond's hiding in a kingdom that's filled with her people, so she can't ride in there and burn it down, or it's just treason. It's just fucked for Rhaenyra. So we're gonna see what happens next episode and see what happens. See if Aemon is alive. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with all that. But that's that. And then X-Men 97, the latest episode 5 was pretty dope as well. Go watch it right now on Disney Plus. Another, you kind of, you can tell it's from the comic books. I didn't really read the comics of X-Men. I told y'all last week, I'm not a poser, I promise. But I fucks with X-Men. I got a lot of comics in here that I haven't read. You know what I'm saying? I got my X-Men in here. I just been kind of reading some more Invincible shit, bruh. So I've been kind of behind on the shits, but I do know what's going on. It's just a little different. It's just a little different right now. But I'm happy that they're telling me the stories through the cartoon. This episode, a bunch of Weapon X, you know, what do you call them? Subjects, go back to, I don't know what planet they're going to, but they get in the last episode, Captain America brings, Wolverine a file about the Weapon X project and some whereabouts of the people that are fucking with the project still. So, last season, Magneto took all the adamantium out of Wolverine's body, so this nigga's just moving around with the bone claws right now. And apparently he misses his adamantium because him, Morph, who is it? Lady Deathstrike, Sabretooth, Maverick, they all get in the airplane and kind of go try to investigate this area, where Weapon X and the project was actually done and experimented. A lot of shit happened on the way there. Aliens pop up, blah, blah, blah. They all get separated. And then they kind of find out that Wolverine was lying about actually wanting to go there to check it out and stop whoever was doing it. He really wanted to go back there and get his adamantium put back into his body. You know what I mean? And little do you know that they have these fucking aliens on the planet that are just fucking killing and adapting, turning people into fucking aliens, like vampire type shit. So we're going through this whole episode. You got a bunch of Weapon X niggas, Lady Deathstrike, Sabretooth, all these people with these healing factors that really can't really fucking get fucked with. Out of all people, they get Wolverine and change this thing into an alien, bruh. I don't know. Something about this X-Men 97, they're nerfing the shit out of Wolverine. And I don't know why, but I don't know. But they just further exemplify that Morph might be gay in this as well. He has this kind of different kind of love for Wolverine. You have Lady Deathstrike, who fucked with him back in the past. Like, literally fucked with him. You got Sabretooth, who's his, like, frenemy, loves him on a different level, love-hate relationship. I don't know much about Maverick, I ain't gonna lie. But the whole morph thing, he's always talking about fucking, wow, Jean Grey. Like, he loves this nigga on a different level, man. And Wolverine is, like, lightweight, always surrounded by people that care about him in a weird-ass way. But Morph is, like, his friend that actually wants to have sex with him, it seems like. Whatever Wolverine is going through, Morph is, like, right there to try to make it better no matter what it is. He'll turn into Jean. He'll turn into Storm. Try to get his ass aroused. Like, nigga, what's going on with you, Morph? I respect Morph, though, because Morph has, like, kind of the sickest powers, bruh. He can change into any superhero, any person, mutant, and use that power. That's kind of OP. I don't know if there's a time limit how long you can change into those people, but he'd be using that to give us little cameos of Marvel characters. The Thing was in this past one. He turned into Thor. Yeah, he just changes into a whole bunch of characters that aren't in the X-Men just to give us a little sneak peek, and he always uses their powers, so that's pretty dope. But ultimately, in the end of the episode, they're able to find a way to get Wolverine into a machine that put animanium in his body, which somehow reversed the alien DNA and made him regular again. And he got his claws back. He became badass again, and they all escaped. And it was like a lesson learned. Wolverine, you don't need the animanium to be Wolverine. You have people that loved you, and you're yourself, and that's all that matters. You shouldn't have lied to us just to get your animanium back. And he was like, fuck it, I'm Wolverine again, bitch. And the episode's over. It was cool. They be throwing a little 30 minutes at us hella fast, and the episodes be kind of like, bro, where the connective tissue at? Go back to Apocalypse, nigga. We didn't need this little throwaway episode just so you could show us about this comic book team that we may not know about. I fucks with y'all, but you spent the whole X-Men, you spent the whole episode making Wolverine again. What the fuck? Anyways. But yeah, that's the end of the podcast. I'd like to let them know where to find me at. It's SAC_Lydell on the Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchats. I hope you guys liked the episode today. We covered a lot of information. I know we were running a little long, and I always run a little long. I always say it's going to be shorter every time I talk about it, but hey, bro, a lot to talk about. I haven't seen y'all in a week. I got a little excited. The rants for the Nuggets, Caleb Clark, a lot of that shit just kind of, the Love Island, I be getting passionate and just chatting, boy. But on the Instagram, of course, Best of Bias there. Best of Bias on TikTok. I promise y'all I'll start posting on there more. Check out all the posts I'm posting now. I'm trying to get a lot more content out now. A lot more shit to y'all so y'all can know who I am and let y'all know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't need to be in Streamer U, but I'm gonna get popping. You feel me? I'm gonna get popping. This is my year right now. So let's get it. Best of Bias Media is on the map. Hit that like, bell, subscribe, all that shit so you guys don't miss the newest episode so you can tell your friends about it as well. Share the videos. Let's get on this algorithm, man. And if you want to be a part, hit me up, man. I got some jobs that I need. Social media managers, editors, you know what I'm saying, artists, you know what I'm saying, sewers for the clothes. You getting that merch back. Everything is everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's Lydell Dinero. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Hope you guys loved today's episode. Suggest it to everybody you know. Hit that like on the way out. And y'all motherfuckers stay golden. It's your boy Lydell Dinero. Where that theme song at? Episode 292. Set the books.
Top 5 thus far, y'all niggas subpar. I'm Tiger Woods with the flow, y'all Tiger driving cars. Oops, that's too soon, live from the bedroom. I'll take her down, boom, boom. So it's boom, boom, room. Get it, it's for life. Plumbing now, I'm laying pipe, no dipper free, it's on after sight. Acting right is recommended, spending time gets so expensive, especially when you acting different.